If you only knew the power of the dark side. Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father.
No. It's not true. That's impossible!
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
And here we go.
It's the comic book bullies.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
It's the comic book bullies.
You will bow down before me!
It's the comic book bullies.
Now I am the master.
It's the comic book bullies. It's the comic book bullies. All right, give it to me.
Oh, shit. The following contains offensive language and spoilers. Listener discretion is advised. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
That was the Imperial March for you filthy casuals. Anyway, welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies. Notice you bully me, host Leroy, aka it is impossible to go live on Instagram by accident with my co-host.
Yeah, this is Eli, aka C3P Oreo.
There you go. Bloop. And we're back with the episode. We're gonna jump into it. And it's a light week. Not a lot happened, but that's okay, Eli. We can get in, get out before the lights go. Outside lights turn on.
Before the break of dawn,
Yeah, before on and on and on to the break of dawn. Anyway, but the thing is, it's gonna be a sad episode. But I want everybody to stick with it because we're gonna try to keep it entertaining as possible because we're doing a Wall of the Dead. For some reason, 2024 wants to show out this week, so I don't know why. And stuff was happening while we were recording. I was like, oh shit, that happened. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna jump into it first off with the big one. We're just gonna get into it, no preliminaries. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones.
Yes.
Now, let's be honest, James Earl Jones was not a spring chicken. We knew it was going to happen anytime like that, but like I said, we was all preparing ourselves. We were all getting ready for it. He was already getting his house in order before the stuff even happened. So yeah, he passed. So we're going to take the time to, honor him, recognize him, celebrate him for everything he did. Like I said, for a lot of people that don't know James Earl Jones, of course, you probably know. I'm trying to see what that is. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that James Earl Jones when he was like heartthrob actor, shit like that. No, we just know old James Earl Jones, like that heartthrob right there. Also, another role he was doing. Like I said, we're not going to do the whole thing. We're just going to just jump into it. But do you remember that one? The Jack Johnson role he played?
Oh no, I mean I know of that role. I know. Yeah.
Okay. So for those that don't know about this is Jack Johnson, the Great White Hope. The movie was called Great White Hope. Obviously, he's not white. He was playing Jack Johnson. If you don't know who Jack Johnson is, he's one of the most interesting men in history. Look up Jack Johnson. He's pretty fucking interesting. He was a boxer that just could not be beat. Had two white women back in the 30s, like married to him, and just knocked out white men left and right. Apparently, he invented the monkey wrench. And that's the reason why they call it the monkey wrench, because it was an insult, Okay. Also,
I was not aware of that.
Yeah. Also, I'm hearing, I don't take this for a grain of salt if you want to, Eli. I'm hearing that Jack Johnson's life story was the inspiration for King Kong. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Think about it. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it.
I've heard the that King Kong is an allegory for slavery and black people's experience in America and all. I've heard that before.
We've heard it. You go to the top,
but I never heard of that. I never heard of Jack Johnson.
Like Jack Johnson specifically. They were talking about him because he was black man on the top floor with a white woman, and they did everything they could to take him down. So yeah, that's it. So hold on, what we got here? Who we got?
What do I do if I'm bullied? Tell them to fuck off.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Tell him to
That's
fuck off.
everybody. Tell him
Yeah.
Eli said.
Yeah, I
suck
said.
his dick.
Yeah, tell him to suck my dick.
You're right.
You tell him to send. Yeah, tell him Eli said to suck my dick.
You're right. We're going with it anyway, but let's get to the big name. Like I said, this is James Earl Jones. We're gonna talk about it because if nothing else, since there's a pod, anybody listen to this podcast know what James Earl Jones is most known for. Darth Vader, of course. Like I said, it was like,
it depends what generation you ask now.
okay, that's true.
Yes, if you ask us old fuckers,
Right.
he's fucking Darth Vader.
He's Darth Vader, right?
Always has been, always will be. No
Right.
matter who,
yeah,
what white boy comes out of that mask, or is in those prequels. No, James Earl.
And the original version of it, when they had Darth Vader, like I said, because it was David Prowse who was the actual performer under the anime, and we paid our respects to him of like last year, sometimes like that. But they actually originally went with his original voice when they first was filming. They were like, this ain't working.
He's got a strong Scottish accent.
Right.
Yeah.
You're a rebel spy and a traitor. Take her away. Like, no, that shit don't work. You got to bring in Darth Vader. Like, I bring in James Earl Jones. He brought that weight to that mask. And I don't care what anybody say. This is the best movie villain in cinema history. I don't care what anybody say. I'll argue. I would down a hill with anybody. James Earl Jones.
He was for a good 20 years until the prequels. Okay, we're not going to go there. Okay. Yes, Darth Vader and James Earl Jones's voice, which is interesting because I guess he stuttered.
I guess I didn't know about that. I guess he did.
He had a stutter, and so he had to like work on his stutter to like, get rid of it, and so that a guy who became a voice actor was a stutterer. So
that's insane. That's crazy. But the thing is, his voice is so iconic that even when you just read Star Wars comics, you hear Darth Vader's, you hear James Earl Jones' voice. You can't hear anything but that. Because this man right here, all I see is fear and dead men. You hear James Earl Jones, even though James Earl Jones never said that before,
Yeah.
And going down the road, like I said, you got Darth Vader, but like I said, he wasn't just Darth Vader, and that was it. Some people, that ain't even the most thing they know him for. For some people, the biggest thing they know him for is Mufasa.
Yeah.
In Lion King, like he brought that bass voice there too. And honestly, Eli, when Mufasa died in the movie, like everybody in my movie theater would start crying. I'm like, whoa, because it came out of nowhere. You weren't expecting it.
It's fucked up.
It really in a
that
Disney
is
movie,
a fucked up scene.
Yeah, in a Disney movie, just like
Disney.
The king. Yeah. What's another one? We got another one right here. Also, I'm just go down the road. Other prominent roles here.
Also
I
Doom.
know you talk about this one. Now, here's the thing. We talk about all the voice act stuff like that, but just far as just acting wise, like James Earl Jones was a great actor. Period. Like we can go down the road of just all the stuff he did. But Thulsa Doom, you will hate this motherfucker by the end of the movie.
Yeah.
With Rick James Perm, shit, James Earl Jones killed that role, man. Oh damn, they fled me. I thought it was gonna be a light week, Eli. They proved me wrong. Let's see what we got. Why does Star Wars talk, but stream about?
Why no Star Wars talk? Because we said so. That's why.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Sometimes it's James Earl Jones. We gotta bend the rules sometimes. Luke. No, that is what do you call it, Eli? You know what it's called. Mandela.
Mandela. The quote. Yes.
That is not the line.
We hate to be those actually guys.
Well, actually, yeah. But
yeah, that is not the line.
That is not the line.
The correct line is no. I am your father.
That's the correct line.
Yeah.
Not Luke, I'm your father. That's Mandela.
Yeah.
What do we got here? Oh, let's see here. Yeah. Star Wars. We got a lot of Star Wars talk coming in here. It should have been waiting now.
No, it was one of the prequels where it was a Jar Jar stepped in a pile of something crap. Some alien crap on Tatooine, yeah. Wasn't Wookiee shit, though, yeah.
I thought it was David Who stepped in.
Huh?
I thought Jar Jar stepped in crap in Tatooine, or was it that? What on?
Yeah, it was Tatooine. It wasn't Wookiee shit, though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, one Will Smith. Look up Michael Ealy. He looks like Michael Ealy. That's what he looks like. Like young James Earl Jones. Yeah.
We talked about Will Smith once.
Once, yeah. What we got another. Hold on, let me see. God damn, I gotta get this comment off here. Okay. All right. So the other one we talked about, those are the damn, another one came in. Who is this? Eli, I thought it was gonna be like week. My fault.
We just had the band Galactic Empire at the bar music venue I work at. It was cool as fuck. Are they like a Star Wars band or a Star Wars cover band? Or
Yeah.
one of them, or they all dress up as stormtroopers or some shit.
You gotta play the classics.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so Thulsa Doom. I think I missed. Oh,
Flesh is weak, boy. No, steel is weak. Guys, okay, I'm fucking up the quotes. I'm fucking up quotes. I'm fucking up corny quotes.
you just canceled yourself, Eli.
Yeah.
Now, I just thought about okay, so some people Darth Vader is his biggest role. Some people Mufasa's biggest role. For you, Eli, Thulsa Doom is his biggest role. For some people, King Jaffe Joffer is his biggest role.
Yep.
And Coming to America. That's what they're known for.
Oh, I was watching TikTok the other day, and somebody dubbed King Joffrey's voice over scenes of Darth Vader.
My son works.
Yeah. Yeah, he's talking to a scene. He's talking to go soil your royal lords, boy. Go fulfill every erotic desire. He's talking to Luke and shit. It was fucking hilarious.
I gotta find it. But for some
yes,
reason, that's what
King Joffrey Joffer.
And the crazy thing about it, that's his last role.
Was it?
Because he was in
Oh man.
too. Yeah,
he was in
America too. No. What else was it?
No, man, he was in a really shitty horror flick. It's actually hilarious, called Grim Prairie Tales that came out in the 90s.
No. That's what I'm saying. He coming to America.
Oh, coming to okay.
America,
the sequel.
Right.
Okay.
The sequel, right.
Yeah.
The one that was on Netflix, Amazon Prime, or whatever the fuck it was. I can't
One
remember.
of them, yeah.
One of them. That was his last role. So yeah, it was a streaming service wherever it was.
Because wasn't he in Meteor Man too or something? He was like Jake's in the house.
Jake, there you go, Jake. Jake, you late as hell, man. Is that the dude in Friday? No, that was not the dude in Friday.
Oh man, he gonna come in and start disrespecting James Earl Jones and
getting
shit.
James Earl Jones confused with a spoon. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Go watch some Zack Snyder, son.
Right. The poop bathroom guy in Friday. No, that was John Witherspoon, Jake.
Yeah, another guy. Rest in peace to him too.
Yeah, rest in peace to John Witherspoon too. What else we got? But yeah, so those are the roles. Everybody loves the role, and like I said, we can go down the roll about other roles he done. Like we talk about Field of Dreams, and then we can talk about Fences. We can talk about
Dr. Strangelove. That might have been his first movie or one of his first movies. Yeah, he was a pilot in Dr. Strangelove. Stanley Kubrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of them Jack Ryan movies was he?
Oh, Hunt for Red October. That's right.
Hunt for Red October. He was in that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around, man.
And one of my favorite movies of all time, The Sandlot. I love him. He showed up at the end. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is James Earl Jones here? He came out of nowhere, just popped up.
Yeah, didn't he know Babe Ruth or something? He knew Babe Ruth.
Yeah, he knew Babe Ruth, and he had his pictures with him and shit like that, so like that. But yeah, it was like after they pickled the beast. That was like one of the greatest cinematic third acts of all time. I watch that shit right now, man. I watch that shit while doing the podcast.
Has Jake seen The Sandlot?
Jake, if you ain't seen The Sandlot, stop this podcast right now. Go see The Sandlot. It's on Disney Plus right now if you have it. So yeah. Oh, yeah. That's all. I think that's all we can say about James Earl Jones. Like I said, great actor, voice actor, actor, whatever you want to do. He killed it. He was also I knew this, but I guess I'm going to put this in there. He was also from, let me see if I can say this, Butler, Mississippi. Here's the thing, Eli. I've been to damn near every town you can think of in Mississippi. I've never heard of that place. I've been to places like Bude, Kilmichael, all these crazy places like this. Never heard of Archibula or whatever the hell it was.
Is that me or you?
Did
I leave or did you?
I think you.
Okay.
Regardless of what happened, you're going to be the one that left. Because
baseball is boring, but baseball movies are not, man. Bad News Bears. Come on, son. Major League.
Go watch The Natural.
The Natural. The Natural. Lightning Boy.
It's like some Greek gods. Some shit is like that.
Yeah, he gets like a super powered bat.
He get like a bat gets struck by lightning. He like this.
Yeah, the tree gets stuck. Yeah,
He like
Yeah, he carves a bat out of the tree that got struck by lightning, and it's got like powers and shit.
right, and then he's like batting and shit, and then it like hit one of the lights, and the lights like just like explode or some shit. So he's running around the base,
And then at the end, like the after credit scene, the ball is still like floating in space or some shit.
Right, it's just like that. And he's just walking around, and the place exploded while the crowd and shit just like that. Go watch. The Natural is awesome, man. People don't talk about
Field of Dreams.
He was in Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Field
was in
of
there.
Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking A, man. Meteor Man, Field of Dreams.
There you go, Meteor Man.
Yeah.
Well, one of these days I will watch the movie because I had a bad
We're gonna do a deep dive into Meteor.
What is Meteor Man?
What is it really about?
One of because I feel like if I do watch it again, I am gonna look through it through different eyes than I did with the first time. But
yeah, you're socially conscious. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm woke now. Can we say that? I guess I can't say that anymore. But yeah.
Yeah. Progressive. No, not that's trigger word too.
That's a trigger word also.
Smart. We're gonna say smart.
Can we even say that? Is that canceled too?
Smart. Maybe.
I don't even know if you can say that.
Smart. You can't be smart.
I mean, you can, but probably next year they're gonna be like, Marvel is smart now. Then we can't say that. Oh shit. All right. So anyway, we got to keep going down the list, honestly, because like I said, it's a wall of dead. We got to keep hitting the high points. Next thing we're gonna talk about for a lot of people.
Yeah, rest in peace. Good journey.
Good journey.
May the force be with you.
Another thing we gotta talk about, if you're worried about whether or not Darth Vader's voice will continue on sound like James Earl Jones, it will, because right before, and we talked about this like maybe like a year or 2 years ago on this podcast, that James Earl Jones sold his voice to Disney. How it's almost like selling your soul, man. I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's because now they can do whatever they want to with his voice, make whatever they want to with his voice for perpetuity, forever. So James Earl Jones' voice as Darth Vader will outlive us. That is the craziest thing. So I don't know. Anyway, let's move to the next thing. All right. So, like I said, this is a comic book podcast. So we got to talk about this as a comic book artist. We can talk about rest in peace to John Cassaday. Eli, you're familiar with John Cassaday, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know a lot of people aren't familiar with John Cassaday, but the reason I'm going to talk about John Cassaday because honestly, Eli, he has a bigger impact on comics than I think any one of us are admitting. Me, you, and people giving him credit for it. But the thing is, like, let's take a look at his art, man. First off, his art was fucking amazing. But the thing was, I think he taught us how to art. Cause we talk about like the eras of the comics, like the age of comics. You got the golden age, silver age, bronze age, whatever the fuck age. But in the 2000s, like and you can blame it on 9/11 or going to the millennium or Y2K, whatever like that. But comics changed, like how the format changed. Because now you got this cinematic, looking frames to it, where they didn't look like that back before, in the 90s or the 80s. But in 2000, it's almost like they were paving the way because they knew Hollywood was calling. So they had to figure out a way to translate these comics to make it easier for Hollywood to translate these books. And I think
they're basically storyboarding the movies for them.
They were storyboard. They turned comics into storyboard. Like they consciously did that because it was always like that. But they constantly went out there like, we need to make this easy for them to adapt these movies. And I ain't gonna say John Cassaday was the only one that did it. I mean, you had what's the dude? Brian Hitch. Brian Hitch was doing it. It was a bunch of other guys were doing it too, where they were not only like storyboarding comics, but the art style was a lot more real, not as fantastical as it was before. It almost looked like it could be real. Like you could picture Hugh Jackman doing this shit. So they consciously made it like that. And I think that's 2000. They ushered in that style because we wanted more gritty. We wanted more real. Even in our superheroes, we wanted more realism in there, and also like that. Now, the further we got away from 9/11, we got more fantastical. And that's when you got the Avengers and the MCU and all this shit like that. But I do think that if you try to do that in the early 2000s, where we try to do like Batman Begins and Casino Royale and Jason Bourne, where we had to be gritty and real, I don't think it would have worked because we weren't in that mind frame. I don't think. Shout out to 9/11. That's also passed this week. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
But risk. Yeah. Anything you got to add on that or?
No, I mean, I said, I wasn't a big I'm not a big X-Men fan. So
yeah. The run that he did was written by Josh Whedon. He's canceled now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
But that's one of my favorite X-Men runs of all time.
Okay,
Like it's up there. Like, okay, you got Hickman, you got Claremont, but yeah, that Whedon run, it was like, okay, Whedon got some with this. Yeah, Whedon got some, and especially with their art with Cassaday. I was loving it. So that's when I saw, and there's a lot of stuff in there that was adapted in there. Yeah, Last Stand, that third X-Men movie was adapted from a lot of stuff in there, and it was terrible, but still, it was in there. So I give credit for that. So yeah, rest in peace to John Cassaday. Can we move on? Like, we still got some more stuff.
Let's go.
It is a wall of dead this week. It is crazy. Now, this is gonna be me. I had to post this because this actually was near and dear to my heart this week. I gotta say, rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. Gotta rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. So those that don't know who Frankie Beverly is, I understand you don't know who he is. Frankie Beverly is the lead singer of the band Maze back in the 70s and the 80s. Made a lot of hits. Yeah.
I did not know that. No, I know who Maze is, but yeah.
Oh, you didn't know
who he was.
Most people know Frankie Beverly, don't know Maze. It's weird because the thing is, if you look him up, it's like some people say is Frankie Beverly and Maze, or Maze featuring Frankie Beverly. You can say whatever you want to, but the thing is about that, like I said, I love Frankie Beverly and Maze. I think they made some great music. I don't think they hit the highs that other bands hit. Here's the thing about Frankie Beverly. I have a term that I didn't make it up. I heard this term, but it definitely fits him. Black famous. He's black famous. Reason I say he's black famous because, okay, you got the black actors that are famous. You got Chris Rock and you got Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle. They're famous. Cat Williams, black famous. Now, you can say he's famous now because of the whole Shannon Sharp thing went 4 million virus like that. But before then, definitely black famous. So you got also Frankie Beverly here. Let's take some other bands. You got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Everybody knows them. That's cool. They had hits. Frankie Beverly and Maze never had that one breakout hit that went worldwide like Cameo. Word up. Hey, they never had that.
Yeah.
But when you go to the cookout, you're gonna hear Frankie Beverly. That's all you're gonna hear is Frankie Beverly and Maze. And that's what I'm saying. So anybody that don't know, like, listen to me now, like, who is Frankie Beverly? You weren't invited to the cookout. Next time the cookout come around, ask for an invite, because that's all you're gonna hear is Frankie Beverly at the cookout, especially now. Matter of fact, I was in the HBCU band. I talk about all the time. I was in the SWAC band. We played a lot of Frankie Beverly in there. So we had a lot of college football games last weekend just passed. Any HBCU band that did not play before I let go, I am coming to your band, to your college, and snatching all your black cards right out there. And Eli's coming with me. And then we go to the cookout right after that, because y'all are not allowed to play anything else if you don't play any Frankie Beverly this weekend. So yeah. So rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. Had to put that out there. They hit, because just listen to Frankie Beverly, Eli. It's like it reminds me of childhood, if that makes any sense. You know, because you know, it's grown. It like all my uncles and stuff like that playing it. You go here to playing it. You know, it just takes you back. So yeah, it just speaks to a nicer time. What do we got here?
A Jackson died today.
Yeah, actually, that's the next thing. Let's move on to the next one. Jake, you always spoiling the podcast, Jake, because we have to get to it. Yes, a Jackson died today, and that's actually the next thing we're gonna talk about. Rest in peace to Tito Jackson.
Really? I didn't hear about this.
It just happened. That's what I'm saying. While we were just doing this, it just happened. So yeah, rest in peace to Tito Jackson. So just to say something about Tito real quick, for me, and that's maybe an unpopular opinion, Tito was my second favorite Jackson. No, third after Janet. But in the band, Janet. After Janet, love me some Janet. But yeah, in the band, Tito was my
What about Jermaine, man? Come on, Jermaine.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because everybody in the Jackson, all the Jackson brothers, beside Tito, all of them were trying to out Michael Jackson. All of them looked at Michael Jackson like, yeah, think about it. All of them were looking at like
they all had solo, like LaToya and Janet. Well, Janet could hold her own. Jermaine.
Yeah. But the thing is, they all Marlon, all of them, Randy, all this. So they in the group with Michael Jackson, seeing everything Michael Jackson do, hearing Michael Jackson sing, and they looking at Michael Jackson like, I can beat him. I'm better than him. Like, you're not better than Michael Jackson. Why are you trying to out Michael Jackson? But look at Tito. Tito didn't give a fuck. Tito had his guitar. He was on the side.
Have to sing. He played guitar. He's a guitarist, man. He don't gotta sing.
He's a guitarist. Yeah, he was on. Yeah. And guess what? And guess what, Eli? Every single dance move Jackson was doing, he was doing the same shit with his guitar.
Yeah, man. Get pussy with the guitar, man.
Right. That's why Tito was my favorite. He wasn't trying to out Michael Jackson. He was on the end. He had his guitar doing the same moves every time he sang and shit like that. But he wasn't trying to out dance Michael Jackson and trying to out pop like Michael Jackson or out moonwalk. No, he had his guitar and he was good.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tito, man.
Shout out to Tito. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good journey, sir.
Good journey to Tito, man. Yeah. So hey, this is a weird podcast this week. This weird episode.
Yeah, man. This is like in memoriam. Man. Whole list.
Okay. Anyway, we go. Actually, now we're finna get to the bad shit.
Okay.
All right, you ready to go to the next part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know we were flying through this fast. Let's talk about Venom 3. Why is this the saddest part of the podcast? I don't know why. It just here's the thing. I did not want to talk about this. I tried to avoid talking about this movie all day. Like ever since they've been announced. I don't give a shit about Venom 3. Don't give a fuck about The Last Dance. Don't give a fuck about him dancing with that convenience store chick or whatever he's doing in the movie. I'm gonna just go see this movie, shit on it, have a good laugh at the review, and just leave out of it. And I didn't really care what was going on. But the thing was, you motherfuckers, I'm talking about the internet, Facebook, social media, Twitter, all you motherfuckers made me care. Because you won't stop talking about this movie because of some shit that happened. Did y'all? No, we're not watching that.
Man. No, we're not gonna either.
We're not gonna watch it. No.
I know we take requests, but we ain't doing that.
Yeah, I mean, so sometimes we'll go out to be like, okay, people expect us to watch the movie. I can watch the movie, but some shit I'm just like, sometimes you got to put your foot down. Like, no,
yeah, I'm not getting paid. We don't get paid for this, man.
We don't get paid for this. And you know what? Eli, that brings
my time is precious.
Time is precious. Yeah. Like I can read a comic or I can pay that money to go see Crow. Like, no, I'll just go. Okay. And that's the thing, Eli. I'm noticing a trend now. Now, earlier this year and even last year, like when bad movies came out, we cared. When Madam Web came out, we cared. Morbius came out, we cared. Now you guys,
yeah.
No, I'm just saying. At least we wanted to shit on them. You know.
Yeah.
We had
an obligation. Yeah,
we had an obligation, or at least people got fun out of shitting on these movies. You know, they had memes like that. Goku and Vegeta in the theater. Let's fight somewhere empty. You know, Madam Web's like that. You don't see that for Crow or Borderlands or any of these other movies like that. They just flop and just move on, and we forget they ever were made. Like we don't even shit on them anymore. We just don't even care.
Yeah,
it's a weird time. It's like whatever. So
yeah. Maybe it's because Marvel started dropping the ball too.
Let's blame Marvel. You know what? Let's blame Marvel on this. Yes.
Yeah.
Like the point that we don't even care about bad movies anymore. Like that's the weird thing. Like we used to care. We don't care anymore.
Because I didn't even see the last Venom movie. So
lucky you. It's
yeah. And I didn't even bother. Yeah, I didn't even bother watching this trailer until I saw the article that Knull is going to be in this movie.
I haven't watched the trailer.
Oh.
Yeah, I still didn't watch it. I'm just talking about it because the internet won't shut up about it. So all I know is that this thing showed up, and apparently this is what everybody freaking out about. Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Knull is coming again.
Knull is coming. So now everybody's a Knull expert now, Eli. Everybody's a Knull expert. You don't know about Knulls? Wait till you find out about Knulls. Oh man, he's gonna wreck everybody. He's not gonna wreck anything. I'm gonna tell you why he's not gonna wreck anything. Because this is not an MCU movie. This is a Sony movie. Sony has a proven track record that they suck at making these movies. So what makes you think that they're gonna do any justice to Knull?
Yeah, I'm more pissed off that they're wasting Knull. By putting them in this shitty ass movie.
Right. But see, here's the thing. I think I heard reasons why Sony keeps cranking out these shitty ass movies and don't care. Because I think if they crank these movies out first, like Madam Web and Crave and shit like that, Marvel can't use them or Disney can't use them. So that's why they're cranking these movies.
Purposely ruining shit.
They're purposely ruining shit so they can hang on to the franchise. Because if they use Knull, that means Marvel can't use Knull unless they pay them to use Knull.
Yeah.
You know, which is why I never understood why they even made Knull to begin with. Hold on, let me see this.
Was it who's Knull?
Oh
okay,
Knull. Jake, come on, man. Wait, people.
Knull is like a super. He basically, like a few years ago, we got to talk about Donny Cates.
Donny Cates,
Donny Cates, y'all. He was pumping out some cool books.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like 7-8 years ago. Cosmic Ghost Rider, Thanos wins, and all that shit.
Mhm.
So Marvel decided to let, what? Why don't you rewrite the Marvel universe?
Oh, Silver Surfer Black. Remember that shit? That shit
Silver
was fucking.
Surfer Black. So he created Knull,
And
which
when I
is
say that,
based.
I don't mean he made Silver Surfer Black, dude. I don't mean that.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but not really. But
Silver Surfer. If you want to, yes, a symbiote isn't blackface. So.
yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, but so Donny Cates created Knull, which is basically the king, the god of the symbiotes, and he was there before the universe was ever made, because before there was universe, before there was light, there was darkness, and Knull was basically created out of darkness, and he created all the symbiotes. So all the symbiotes, Venom and Carnage and Scream and all, Lady Venom, all those fucking symbiotes, they answered to Knull. And he created, so Knull is this like symbiote god who's like ultra powerful, now one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel universe. And then he wrote this awesome event called The King in Black, which we reviewed, and it was crazy. It was dope. It was awesome. He was turning celestials into symbiotes, symbiote celestials. It took the Avengers, X-Men, all the superheroes. Like Eddie Brock had to didn't he use the cosmic power, like Silver Surfer? He had to become the Silver Surfer.
He had Captain Universe. He had to get the power cosmic.
Yes, the cosmic power.
Like the god of light to do that shit. But
yeah, he turned Mjolnir into some weird battle axe and shit. And didn't he die? He actually died.
I think he did. Yeah, I think Venom killed him,
and then he went to hell and shit. And yeah. So it took the whole Marvel universe to
Century. Tell him what happened to Century.
Oh yeah, he ripped Century up in half.
Right.
On page 3.
They thought Century was gonna save everybody. No, he's not.
Yeah, the Avengers put their number one man in front, right on point, and
they thought they won. They thought Century, so they're we're done.
We ain't got time for this shit. Century, get him. And fucking no, ripped them in. Yeah, so it took the entire Marvel roster to take down Knull. So he's one of the most powerful beings, and now he shows up in this shitty Venom movie. He could have had a Thanos worthy arc. You know what I mean? Like a saga.
Madam Web, Morbius,
yeah,
Craven. Is that who's gonna fight him?
Yeah, that Eddie died. That's when they introduced Dylan.
Yeah,
and because he was after Dylan. So yeah, I mean, Knull is just really cool character, and he's gonna be wasted in this movie.
Well, see, and that's my whole point. I don't understand why they made Nolan to begin with, because Donny Cates made this cool at night, like I said. And Eli, you put me on it because I wasn't even reading the Venom run at first until you told me to pick it up. And I was just like, oh, okay, no. And then I read, I was like, damn, he whooping everybody's ass. Who the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
So he's a cool ass Venom. But my thing is that they knew sticking him in a Venom book was giving Sony an out. They knew Sony was going to go after him. You basically gave Sony a free movie that they could take this character and cut you out of profit. People talking about Donny Cates might not get paid. Marvel might not get paid. That's what I'm saying. Sony might just take this shit and be done with it.
Yeah. So Ryan and Stegman, that brings us to the whole them tweeting Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman, because Ryan Stegman drew him.
Yeah.
He was the co-creator. And awesome art. Him and Stegman. Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman's Venom run is one of the coolest comic runs.
And I don't understand
in recent memory.
Why did they make a Venom run so good? I don't get it.
Yeah. They made Venom cool again. Yeah.
Because they knew, and see, that's the reason why Marvel with their whole beef with Fox, they made the Fantastic Four, they just canceled that book. And then the X-Men, they just made them shitty. I'm even hearing rumors right now, this is why the Spider-Man books suck now. With Paul and all that bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
It's on purpose, so they're not giving Sony free money. Sony's not going to adapt Paul. They're not going to do it. They could. But that's what I'm saying. So doing this cool shit with Venom and making all this backstory and mythos with Venom, you just give it, you giving Sony free money. Now the thing is, Donny Cates, for those who don't know about Donny Cates was cranking out hits left and right until he had a car accident. Yeah. Serious car accident. He had memory loss, amnesia. He don't
wasn't he in a coma for a little while?
That's what took us so long. Nobody knew what happened to him, and then he woke from his coma. had amnesia. They was reading his own books. Don't remember any of the books he gave. But the one thing he did remember, Sony owed his ass some money. He remembers that because he tweeted that. He tweeted that saying that Sony owes him money, and that's Venom backwards. Honestly, Eli, I didn't spot that until you told me that. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I saw it when you sent it to me. It says, "Does that say money?" And then I saw Donnie Cage posted it. Oh, it's Venom backwards. Money. I was like, oh, I get it. That's clever.
Yeah. What do we got here? Who
cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Don't worry about it.
Jake at this point is trying to trigger me. That's what he tried to do. Let's see. We did it. Okay, so the thing is, and I went back and forth with Gomer on this. Shout out to Gomer. He brought some good points that he's saying that because Stegman and Cates, because they did such they did this, like they should be obligated, get some kind of pay cut from it, or get some kind of credit from it, or at least be invited to the movie, stuff like that. But these movie studios don't have to do any of that shit. They don't have to invite you. Donnie Cates told I think he tweeted, or Stegman tweeted, they didn't even know Knull was in the movie. Like they didn't even know. Like they found out when we found out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously they're not getting a pay cut or anything like that. Like they're not obligated. It's not in the contract to do anything. Technically, they got paid when they created the character. They work for hire. They don't own the character.
That's what happens when you work for the big two.
When you work for the big two, it's their money. Like they can't cut you if they want to, if they feel like cutting you, like Jim Starlin did with the KG Beast or whatever like that. But if they don't want to, you could be like Ed Brubaker, calling Sebastian Stan, hey, Winter Soldier, I made you. Can you invite me to the after party? And then Sebastian Stan like lose his number or leaves him on red or some shit like that. They could do that, So they're not obligated to do anything. But it would be nice if they also, because like I said, Eli, I know you hated the Hawkeye show, but like I said, they pretty much went.
I didn't hate the Hawkeye show.
Oh, I can't remember. I thought you hated.
I hated Loki.
One of them, but yeah, but the point was,
and Moon Knight.
But the thing was with the Hawkeye show that it was like beat for beat. Some of the stories were beat for beat, like the comic, like David Aha, drew, and he got no credit, no announcement, no money for it whatsoever. Like they gave a little announcement to Matt Fraction, like
wasn't he like like an executive producer or a consultant or some shit?
Consultant, like some little shit, but it was him. But David Aha, and he wrote the book. I mean, he drew the book, and they gave him nothing.
Yeah, because that whole title sequence was all that art.
That was all his art. So they had somebody else redraw his art, take his shit, not give him credit for it, and he just sitting at home like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So it's messed up how they fuck over these comic creators. Like they have them in the salt mines cranking out shit, and then we crank shit out. Okay, give me this shit, dust the shit off, go somewhere else, and that's it. And they pretend like they didn't do anything. Like they should get. And matter of fact, if you're gonna put Knull and Venom like that, a lot of where these movies are fucking up because they don't ask these comic creators like, okay, how should we make Knull? Ask Donnie Cates, how should we make Knull? Like, what's the best way to go about this? Because we know if they don't do it, we know what they're gonna do. They're gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, because it was a build up. It was like a year. At least a year. Knull is coming. We were making jokes.
Right.
We were making jokes for like a year. Knull is coming. Knull is coming. No, they keep saying he's coming. He's coming. And then he finally came, and so did we. Because when he did show up, damn, it was dope.
No finish.
Yeah, all over us.
Right.
Knull came all over us.
Right.
And it was dope. So yeah, there was like this buildup of who he was for a while, like at least a couple of years, almost 2 years of
and that's
building up. Yeah,
we've been hyping up Knull for like years, and Knull is awesome. Knull is this. Knull is, and then they're gonna watch Venom 3, but like, this the guy y'all been hyping up? Really? We know that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the same thing as Gore the God Butcher.
It's or like being a Boba Fett fan. It's gonna be like being a Boba Fett fan, man.
Right. Oh, he's the most awesome thing ever made. Watch, he's gonna whoop ass. Gonna do like that. And you see, like that's it. That's what y'all.
That's it, man. He's a bitch. Yeah.
Right.
And he is now.
Kane the Conqueror. He got eaten by ants and some shit like. Oh, you didn't see Ant-Man 3, but eaten by ants and shit like. That's the guy y'all hyping up the whole time. Like.
Yeah, he's the bitch y'all made him what you wanted. There he is.
Right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's my thing. It's like Knull is this really cool character, and he's gonna be in this, this fucking shitty ass movie.
Right.
And
And the thing is with these Sony movies, like I have certain, like when I go see these Sony Marvel movies, I have expectations for them. Like I know they're going to be shitty, but I expect to have certain expectations, and they seem to beat those expectations, like even lower every single time. Like I just want you to just do this one little thing. You can't do this one little thing. Have Sydney Sweeney in a Spider-Woman costume for more than 2 seconds. Can you do that? No. They took that second and like replayed the other one at the end. Boom, that's the end of the movie. Like what the fuck this movie, man. So,
yeah.
I'm still saying Craven though.
And, okay. I'm pissed about Craven.
Why are you pissed at Craven? Well, hold on. Let me think. Okay. How can Marvel DC get away with that? They do it all the time.
America, man. Capitalism.
Capitalism. That's what they do away with. Because
tell them about Superman. Why don't you tell them about Superman and how Neil Adams got Jerry C.
Siegel and Schuster. Yeah. So Siegel and Schuster because they sold the rights to DC for like $1 or some shit like that back in the 30s. Meanwhile, DC pretty much made billions on Superman and they didn't get a dime from it. So yeah, Neil Adams had to like either hire a lawyer, became their lawyer, and had to cut them in.
Like did a petition with a bunch of DC artists, and this is when they were making the first movie, Superman movie with Christopher Reeves back in the 70s.
Yeah, because they weren't even going to give them credit on that first movie. Like if you watch the Superman movie now, Siegel and Schuster like are credited, but they had to fight for that credit.
Yeah, and they were poor. They were living like in one-room apartments.
In debt. Yes, they were in debt. While DC is making millions and billions off this character.
Off their creation. So they finally got their names on the... So when you watch the Superman movie created by, Simon and Schuster, Siegel and Schuster, they actually got money and got paid and didn't die, in total squalor by the end of their lives.
Teenagers when they made him.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know what the fuck was going on. So when DC was like signing shit over, they were like, okay. They just signed over. That was it, like signed over everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these companies will fuck you over because they're technically you work for hire. Len Wein created Wolverine.
Swamp Thing.
Died in debt.
Yeah. Shit. So, fucking fucking what the hell? What's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Fucking co-creator Spider-Man. Ditko,
yeah, because he got into it with Stan Lee.
Yeah, and was in hiding, he disappeared from the public eye,
Yeah.
So
nobody
he created the Question and all kinds of shit too.
Blue Beetle, all this shit.
Yeah. Fucking
so
it's fucking sad,
It's wrong how they're doing, and you can almost understand why they did it in the 1930s when they started fucking over people then, or in the 60s or the 70s. Why are they still fucking over comic creators now?
Yeah.
Like it's $1 billion industry. These movies make $1 billion. If like Donny Cates made King in Black, which is an awesome story, you should want to honor that story as much as possible, recreate it, and cut him in on it. Give him credit. You should want to give him credit for it.
Yeah, Stegman. Yeah, the creators. Yeah, Stegman. Hence why Image. That's why Todd McFarlane and all them cats started Image back in the day because they were, they were
tired of getting fucked over by Marvel.
Todd McFarlane co-created Venom.
Yeah. That's why he left. That's why he left. That's why he left.
Yeah.
They wouldn't give him credit for right.
Yeah. Rob Liefeld created Deadpool and Cable. Yeah.
And Domino.
And Warpath.
X-Force. He created X-Force. Yeah,
X-Force. He created X-Force. Yeah. So he's like, fuck Marvel. They went. That's why Image. Those are creator-owned stories, and Image is that company. The creators own their creations, and they get paid. That's why Robert Kirkman, creator of The Walking Dead, and now Invincible, is fucking, probably, at some Eyes Wide Shut sex party right now.
Right, some sex island right now, some shit
like
that.
Yeah.
He ain't penniless at all, no.
Yeah, he's basically Scrooge McDuck, swimming in a pool of money now. Because he owned that shit. He owns The Walking Dead.
You were Transformers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so his company, his production company is doing Transformers. Like it's with Image, but it's with his production company.
Yeah, Skybound.
Transformers by itself is outselling DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Not Image, just Transformers, just the Transform Comics. That's insane.
Yeah. It's fucked up. It's fucked up and sad what happens,
Yeah,
So, but
but
oh,
that,
okay, Craven. I got to get this off my chest.
why you mad? I don't understand why you mad about Craven. I don't get that.
I watched that Craven trailer and I was
See,
pissed off.
that's where you fucked up. That's where you fucked up.
I watched the trailer. I'm like, holy shit, this is brutal and bloody and violent and gory. This is going to be R-rated, bloody, gory violence.
Right.
This should have been, that's what Venom should have been.
Oh, you mad because Craven should have been Venom?
That's what they should have did with the Venom movie.
It should have been. I agree with you. But
the Venom should have been R-rated, bloody, campy violence.
Yeah.
And now here we are, the third movie, and and Venom's riding a horse. Yeah, a symbiote horse. He's riding a fucking horse. Like
those Venom movies are comedies. Like how I don't because they could have got to sell it in China. Like they got plush dolls. I'm serious. They got plush dolls of Venom in China. Like it's a romantic comedy over there. That's why they do this shit. So instead of being like a hard R Spawn esque type, like it's not. That's what it should have been. But
that's what it could have been. Like because now they learned their lesson. They should have been doing. He should have been like Sony's Deadpool. That's what it could have been. Venom could have been Sony's Deadpool, where they go hard and R and they could have been funny too. I mean, my brother had the Venom action figure in the 90s that talked, and he said, "I want to eat your brain." Right. That's what Venom said on the talking action figure. So yeah, he's a cheesy, campy fucking villain, that Donnie Cates just made awesome a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, I expected it would have been cool if he got that sort of R-rated, treatment that, Craven's getting.
Look, as long as Craven is cracking skulls and slicing people's head, I'm
fine.
It
looks great. It looks like, holy shit, this is like, the Wolfman or something.
Yeah, just give me a movie where a dude just beating people up. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Call it Boo Boo Kitty Fuck. I don't care. As long as you just beat people in half and shit like that, I'm there.
Yeah.
So
he did eat a brain, but they didn't show it though.
Yeah, they should. They always cut away from it.
They cut away. There's no blood. I mean, it could have been like cool. It could have been like really. That's all it really needed, to tell you the truth. It just needed some blood. If he just went,
let it be carnage, no carnage.
Yeah,
I mean there was a dude named Carnage, but no carnage. Oh man, those Venom movies suck, man. They like I said, Eli, they just as bad as the other Morbius and Madam Web. They all in the same boat. Venom is just
I was gonna watch Let There Be Carnage, but then I saw the still of him doing the DJ shit, and I'm like, no,
that almost made me walk out, Eli. I'll be honest with you. I've sat through the Marvels, all the bullshit. That shit made me almost walk out that shit. So, all right. Oh,
Rest in peace to all them cats. Good journey to all of them.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
so can we move on to the next part of the podcast? Okay.
Sure.
Let's lighten up the mood. Okay. Now this is I made a challenge to Eli this week. Where are we at right now? I made a challenge to Eli that I'm gonna see if I can do this. Okay. So for those that have been paying attention, oh damn, what the fuck I'm doing? I won't do that. There we go. Okay. So we're going to talk about the PS5 Pro because it was announced this week. We heard rumors. We heard rumblings. We heard things that it was coming. And now we know it came. It has came. Well, it hasn't came yet, but it's on its way. So the PS5 Pro. And for those who don't know how much it's going to be, like I said, the regular PS5 is $499. This beastly machine is $699. $200 more. But with no disk drive. Yeah. Okay. So it's digital only.
So it's like the Xbox S or whatever?
It's like the Xbox S, yes. But here's the thing. So hold on, what we got here. Jafar, good. Yeah. So, like I said, Eli, I said I was going to sell you on why you should pay $200 more for this $700 machine.
Can I fuck it?
I mean, you could. I mean, you could fuck anything. I mean, if you're motivated enough.
Does it give blowjobs? I might.
Like that may be worth $700. Hold on, let's see what Jake got. Let's see. Who else is physical games anymore? Everybody. A lot of people. More people buy physical games are still what people buy more than digital games also. But the thing is, you can still buy a digital like disc drives, a physical disc drive simply for that. But anyway, Eli, let me sell you on this. Let me tell you why you should spend $200 more for this system for the PS5 Pro. Okay, so the people that got the regular PS5, when you got the system, you got the fidelity mode and the performance mode where you can either play in 60 frames per second, 1080p, or 30 frames per second, 4K. You got to choose, so you can have it like looking pretty and choppy, or looking smooth and whatever. So with the PS5 Pro, you don't have to choose. It gives you all of it. 4K, 6 frames per second. Not even 6 frames per second, 120K, all this shit, 8K, whatever you want.
So it's like looking out the window.
Basically, yes. So you don't miss a beat. You get 120 frames per second if you got the monitor with it. They're losing any frames. They show like the game side by side, like they're gonna move a whole lot smoother, but it's gonna be all that beastliness. So here's the thing. A lot of people saying like, okay, this thing is too expensive. I'm gonna go get a PC. Okay, you can go get a PC, but I don't give a damn what IGN or whoever the hell says that you are not gonna find a PC for that price for $699 that do the same thing. You won't find a PC for $1,000 that can do that. It ain't gonna happen. I don't care what they say. Listen to me. I'm telling you, you ain't gonna be able to find that. Now, you possibly, how much can you spend on a PC to possibly get the kind of performance from that one? I would say $1,300. I say $1,300 on the low side will get you there if you know where to look and where to build stuff like that. $1,300 should get you that. But if you're trying to spend, if you like, no, I'm not gonna get a PS5 Pro. I'm gonna go get a $700 or $800 PC. You're getting a piece of shit PC. That's what you're getting. So you got to spend the money. You got to spend what you want. So I know I did a shitty job of not selling on Eli, but I'll eat a cheeseburger next week. But yeah, that's my whole thing. I just wanted to just say that if you're going to get a PS5 Pro, go get one, but you're not going to take that money and get a PC and think you're going to get the same performance. It's not going to happen. So no. Okay, move on to the next part of the podcast. Now I feel I'm upbeat.
Sure.
Now we're in the video game section, Eli. Now I feel more upbeat. I got a Street Fighter clip.
All right.
I've been back in the dojo. So here's the thing. Next week, I'm doing nothing but playing Street Fighter all week. I'm streaming it all week. You want to check out our Twitch stream? I'll be on it, and I'm going to just give you a little taste. What do you mean? Now I'm going to get back in the dojo. I'm a little sloppy right. Well, not sloppy, but
Got some ring rust.
Yeah, I got a little rust on it, but I'll give you. So anyway, here we go. Clip. There you go. Okay. I just wanted to
you were Ryu?
I was Ryu. Now here's the thing.
Okay.
Next week, I'm
Good
going to play
job.
Ryu. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, so I'm playing Ryu this next week, all week, every day, and after that, I'm retiring. I'm moving on to another character. Maybe I'll pick up Chun-Li or some shit. All right, but that's all. Okay, move on to the next part of the podcast.
Sure.
All right, so like I said, this is Comic Book Bullies. We're talking about comic books. We're going to jump into it. And Eli, who gonna go first? Me or you?
It's up to you, man. I can do whatever, yo.
Hey, let's go first. We both read this thing. Let's do Wolverine #1. I have thoughts, Eli. I have thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about this first. Let me see if I get. I didn't get anything set up. That's why I normally let you go first, so I can get you.
You want me to go first so you can get set up?
Nah. I'll just filibuster and just talk bullshit. Just gonna go there. So all right. So like I said, they have relaunched the Wolverine book after Gomer, and not just Gomer. This Geeks and Comics, they pretty much said like the last Wolverine run was the greatest Wolverine run of all time. Like that was the, the magnum opus or whatever you want to call it. Like that's as good as it gets.
Pretty cool.
Wolverine.
It was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. It had some cool shit. The Saber-Tooth War and all the stuff like that. So Beast was like some kind of fucking Lex Luthor type dude.
Oh yeah, he was like he was an asshole.
Yeah, he was like a super asshole. He was such
the
an
headless
asshole.
Wolverines.
Yeah,
he had like headless Wolverine bot zombie things. Yeah.
Yeah. So they just had to go from that. So all right, so this is a brand new run, and for those that haven't been keeping up with the X-Men relaunch from the S thing, like Wolverine left the X-Men, like he's not with the X-Men anymore, even though he's with the X-Men in other books, but we're not counting that. He's by himself. So yeah, solo book, Wolverine. Let's get to it. So yeah, so Wolverine starts with some wolves, and he's running with the wolves, but booty ass naked. Now see, there's symbolism in this, Eli.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Now I'm gonna just linger on Wolverine butt ass nakedness, because the thing is, since he has no clothes, that means he's moving away from civilization. He's reverting back to, his natural state.
His animal instinct.
Yeah, he went to his animal instinct, running with wolves and like that. It's all there. It's all there if you want to look into it,
Nature
Meanwhile,
boy, yeah.
yeah. So Eli, do you remember this villain? Cyber.
No, until he said his name, I didn't know who the fuck that was. I
Okay,
thought it was Cable at first. Like, why is Cable in a Batman mask or a Midnighter mask?
Right. Okay, so Cyber is a 90s villain. I'll be honest with you. I remember him. I remember his design. I remember he fought Wolverine. Past that, I know nothing about him. I just remember.
Yeah, I heard of him, and I can't. I may or may not have read a.
Yeah, I was aware of him as a concept. That's
yes,
it.
he is a thing.
He is a thing. That's all I knew about. But that was back in the 90s,
Yeah.
But now he's back again, causing hell and shit like that. Let's get to it. So what happened is, he gets surrounded, and he's tracking Wolverine. Wherever his wolf pack is like. Feeding him, he's like tracking him and shit, and then he gets stopped by these poachers or hunters or whatever like that. Basically,
I thought they were the like RCMP, like the Canadian Mounties.
Oh, that's what they were Mounties. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, they think they're sneaking up on him, but he knew where they were the whole time. They're like, "Put your gun down," and he puts the gun down. But he did that shit on purpose because he wants to get up close and personal. And you look at his arms. The thing about Cyber, his body is made out of adamantium. So that's how he can go toe to toe with Wolverine. And he's like 100 years old, also. It's like Wolverine, or 200 years old, whatever Wolverine is. So, and he just basically beats these dudes to death with his bare hands, with adamantium hands. So, yeah. Meanwhile, you cut to Nightcrawler, and Nightcrawler is tracking Wolverine because Wolverine quit the X-Men, and he's running around butt-ass naked in Canada. And Nightcrawler doesn't want to check on his friend because he doesn't want to save him from killer robots or Magneto. He wants to save him from himself.
Yeah. He's like, okay, dude, you're running around in the winter woods butt naked.
Right.
We got to talk.
Right. you might have some issues, man. We might need to talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right. So he goes there, look for him, and then he's tracking his footsteps, and then and he sees the dead body, but he thinking it's Wolverine, but that's Cyber did that shit. So. And he's like, oh, shit, I need to find Wolverine quick and see what the hell's going on. And as Wolverine just shows up, butt-ass naked, splashed at him and shit. And then he like teleports out like, what the fuck, man? Because Wolverine's so out of it, he's like, oh. And then he smells and he realizes, oh, it's Nightcrawler. He's like, what the fuck you doing here, Nightcrawler? He hugs him and shit, butt-ass naked. We can read into the Krakoa shit all you want to, but we're not going to go there right now.
Careful, my claws are erect.
Right. Oh, yeah. So they're talking out. He was like, look, Wolverine, okay, what the hell is this? And he was like, oh, we didn't do this. Somebody else did this. And then he starts sniffing and he realized, oh, it's Cyber. Cyber's back. Cyber did this shit. I can smell him, And Nightcrawler basically is like, okay, Wolverine, look, put some damn clothes on, man. Shit. So he's trying to hand him, the Wolverine suit, but he really like, I don't want to see your dick, man. Just put some clothes on. He's like, no, man. I'm in the wild. I'm in the wilderness. I'm one with nature. I don't need this. I run free. I let it swing. All this shit. That's it. But that's when I guess he gets like some more shit. Like he can hear people screaming and shit like that. Like, oh, okay, go there. Let me get some clothes on so they won't say some shit. So now, boom. I guess it's a redesign. It looked like they did a little different stuff to it. So
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
a little updated updated tribute.
Yeah, update tribute. Yeah, old school and new school at the same time. So so they're running into battle. They get calls and they get teleported in there, and basically what's going on, and basically like he killed Dave, and like damn, he fucked Dave up. Not everybody, just Dave. He just fucked Dave up for no reason. Like everybody's just like, and they're looking at them like, oh, are y'all superheroes? Thank you for saving us. And like they killed Dave. Are you gonna help us out? And then Wolverine's are like, nah. And then one of them looking like, wait, I thought y'all were Avengers. Oh, y'all some fucking muties. Oh man, get the fuck out of here, man. So like why does it fucking make a difference if they're here to help? And then Wolverine's just like, well, fuck y'all then. I'm just gonna leave. So he don't want to help them, Dave, nobody. He want to like, let's Cyber come back, just kill these dudes, man. I don't care.
And the mutant racism is still alive and well in Canada.
Very much in Canada, yeah. And that's when Wolverine can like smell the shot coming, so he kind of like gets Nightcrawler out of it right before, but it's just enough that it nicks Nightcrawler in the head. So, but it didn't go through his head like it would have if he didn't catch him. But Wolverine was able to get it like just in time, but he got him in there, wrapped his head up. He was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And Cyber still shooting him down because he pinned him down. So he's like, okay, I can't save. Well, I'm gonna patch his head up as best I can, and I'm gonna go get Cyber. So he goes after Cyber, and let's cut to it. Yeah. So they get this basically. Oh, you come to talk, Cyber? They're like, no, I ain't gonna talk. And then snick. You get the classic panel right here, and then they go at this classic panel, and they like that. But there's adamantium versus adamantium. But the whole time they doing that, some rock is like emerging from the ground because it can like feel them or heal them or something like that. So
is that the rock? I was wondering, is that the rock talking or that molten metal talking? Or
I think so. I think it was the metal talking, like the metal could feel their presence, you know. So, but the point is, they both adamantium versus adamantium, so they're not really doing anything to each other until Wolverine finally gets him down, and then Wolverine's like, okay, yeah, your body is made of metal, but not your face. So I think he just starts punching the shit out of him. He don't even stab him, he just punched the shit out of him. He like,
it says wham and shit.
Yeah, wham. But then, like this panel right here, he like, now remember, Cyber, when I bit your right eye out? I should have went a little further because I should have got the left one too, and then bam, stab him. So now the left eye's gone. So now he stabbed him in the eye. Yeah. And then he's trying to run away and shit like that. He's like, okay, look, you can come after me, but your boy's bleeding out. Nightcrawler's bleeding out. So you can either come after me or you go after him. He's probably already dead. So are you really that much of an animal, Wolverine? And Wolverine realized he got to go save Nightcrawler. So he goes after Nightcrawler. And Nightcrawler's actually saved because a doctor stayed behind and healed him. So yeah, that's the thing. But meanwhile, all the bullshit. So Cyber finally escapes in this cave. When he escapes in this cave, he gets attacked by adamantium.
Gold adamantium.
Gold adamantium. Real adamantium.
Yeah.
See, the shit they got and the shit Wolverine got, that's fake adamantium.
I guess.
The end.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I know they're going with this, Eli. And you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this. I think it goes back to the Eternals movie. But here's the thing.
Okay. I still haven't seen that.
You still haven't seen it. Don't worry. The point is, all right, so that whole new Captain America 4 coming out, the whole Anthony Mackie Captain America movie, the whole movie is supposed to be about them going after that celestial that the Eternals just fought and just left in the Pacific Ocean for no reason. So they're supposed to be, the world is going to be fighting over those resources. And apparently that celestial is made of adamantium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what Kevin Feige says. So basically, that's how they're going to introduce adamantium in MCU. So I'm thinking that to get the jump on it, the comics are trying to do this shit also, trying to turn adamantium into this god metal. Instead of being like man-made alloy like they made back with Ultron and shit like that. No, it's from the gods. It's from the Celestials like that. I think that's what they're trying to do.
They're doing that a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like I said, the last Hulk book, their suggestion that the Hulk is like some ancient beast from eons and shit ago, and
right. I guess so.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it until the end. I like fake adamantium. Not feeling it. No.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I was really indifferent to the ending. I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I was like, is it some kind of symbiote? I was thinking it was like some kind of symbiote, but then those said, oh, it's like actual real.
It is
the original version of adamantium or whatever. I'm like, okay, is it? Okay, whatever.
I'm like, that's. I feel like Eli. This came from the top. I feel like this came from the top. Kevin Feige said, "Do this." I have no proof on any of this. It just feels like Kevin Feige said, "Do this." So,
yeah, I thought it was all right. I mean, I wasn't particularly wowed by it, but I thought it was fine.
I'm cool with the status quo of Wolverine right now. Like the last book, I mean, they say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but like the first 10 books, he was like fighting vampires and shit. I'm like, yeah. At least this one, he has a clear course of what he's doing. He's basically back to zero. They reset it back to zero, if that makes any sense.
And I can see what's his name, Solomon Ahmed, having fun. You can see he's having fun writing Wolverine and writing his inner voice.
And plus, that guy's a good writer. Like I urge everybody to read his Miles Morales run. It was actually like really good. And people complain like
he's writing Daredevil right now too.
He's doing Daredevil right now. People are complaining about all Miles Morales do is just fight Peter Parker's villains. No, he made new villains for Miles Morales in that book. So yeah, storyline and everything. What do we got here? Wolverine with Golden Blade sounds kind of good. That's what they're doing. It's going to happen. It's coming. We all see it coming.
Yeah. Whatever that means, whatever this gold adamantium means. I mean, whatever, sure.
Remember when he had fire claws? Nobody remembers that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, then
that
he
was
was.
the thing.
Yeah. Well, then he got that demon when he was with Ghost Rider, like, and that was Benjamin Percy too.
That was Benjamin Percy too. Yeah. So wow shit. All right. So 3.5 out of 5. I liked it up until that end when I felt like, oh, this is corporate mandate. Okay. No.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I wasn't particularly like, oh, this is awesome, but I didn't think it sucked either.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just perfectly fine. And it is hard coming off a strong run like Benjamin Percy's run. It is hard to, yes, reset a new story arc.
Yeah.
You know,
But I
so-
do feel like this hit the ground running a little bit better than the other X-Men books. Because I feel like they just suck. They just
Yeah. Yeah.
they just suck. All right. So what you got next?
Well, I will do Transformers number 12.
Transformers beating every DC book in.
So I'm not sure what's going on as far as Daniel Warren Johnson, who he started out, he wrote like the first 5 or 6 issues of this, wrote and drew it, you know, and then these final issues, he's just been writing, you know. So I don't know, and I don't know what's going on, what's happening after this, like if this Transformer book is done now after 12 issues, or if it's just you know, are they going to continue on, you know? So, but anyways, this is number 12. This is like suggesting that it's the final, like in this story arc, you know, this particular story arc. So Cybertron, you know, this is basically, they rebooted the Transformers universe, this whole Energon universe going on at Image. We have the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossing over, and it's been awesome, particularly this Transformers book. I'm a huge Daniel Warren Johnson fan. Love his art, love his writing, and he's been just killing it on this book. And also there's been, you know, the Duke book from G.I. Joe. We have Cobra Commander, the Destro book, the Scarlet book. We got all these crossovers going on. But this Transformers book has been my favorite. This is issue 12, and there's been this war on Cybertron. So basically, Shockwave had opened up this portal to suck the energy from the Earth. They're basically siphoning Earth's energon to repower Cybertron. And there's this portal.
Wait, so Earth has energon?
Yeah, like basically the natural resources of Earth contains energy that they can convert into energon to power the Transformer, power Cybertron.
They did that on the 8. I don't know why I'm
Yeah, they were doing that shit on the cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah,
80s.
okay.
So there's this portal that basically brought Cybertron to Earth's orbit, you know, in the last issue. So here we are. They went through the portal, and there's a big battle on Cybertron. We got, you know, Prime and the Autobots fighting Shockwave and Devastator, the Constructicons. They formed into Devastator, the big giant robot and shit. So there's this big battle going on. Optimus Prime is just murking motherfuckers. At one point he lost his arm. Early on in the series, Optimus Prime lost his arm, and then he grabbed Megatron's arm. So he's got basically Megatron's gun on his arm. So
okay.
So he's just fucking up everybody. Basically whips everybody's ass and fucking. Then he goes and saves Brawn because they're captured by Shockwave. He goes in there. He finds them, saves them. But Alita, who's basically been pissed off at Prime because she felt like Prime and all the other Autobots that left Cybertron, she felt like they abandoned Cybertron and left them to die and to suffer in this, you know, war that's been going on there, while the Autobots went to Earth and crashed and got stuck, buried for millions of years, you know. So she's pissed off at Prime. And basically she's sitting there with all the energon. She's like, hey, you can come back here and we got all this energon now. We defeated the Decepticons. We can keep this energon for ourselves and restore Cybertron and live in peace and blah, 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 blah. And Optimus Prime is like, no, we can't take, this is the Earth's energy. We're going to destroy the Earth. We can't do that. We can't use the blood of another planet to destroy another planet to save our own. We can't do that. We're better than that. So he ends up destroying that thing, the weapon that's sucking all the energy on. And of course, that pisses off Alita. She's like, what the fuck you doing, Prime? You're betraying us again. You're leaving us again. So basically, Prime jumps through the portal. After that thing blows up, Prime jumps through the portal, and he's like basically floating through space, getting caught in the explosion, basically burning up in the Earth's atmosphere. And for like a few pages, I thought, oh shit, they're going to kill Prime again. Because remember they did that shit in the cartoon in 86.
Right.
Like Optimus Prime died. It shocked the hell out of all us kids back then.
Yeah, fuck Mufasa. Optimus Prime.
Yeah. They killed everybody in that fucking cartoon. Like we were not expecting that.
And the way they did it was so fucked up. Like Megatron just walked through the room and just started shooting people. Like
it's like it shocked everybody. Like, Optimus Prime gets killed, and the reason being, oh well, we were trying to sell new toys, so we're gonna kill off these old characters so we can sell you these new toys, and that kind of backfired because all us kids. Yeah, all us kids who grew up on that cartoon, like, holy shit, you killed Optimus Prime. Like, what the fuck? So, like I said, he's burning up in the atmosphere, and like, oh shit, they're gonna kill Optimus Prime again. But Beachcomber, who's been stuck on the moon this whole time, he comes on a space surfboard and he saves Prime. And brings him back to Earth and like, I got you, Prime, it's all good. Yeah, But then Cybertron, it looks like, or a big piece of Cybertron comes crashing because it was in Earth's orbit and that portal was supposedly closed. Well, it looks like a piece of Cybertron comes crashing down to Earth and into the ocean. And then Prime's like, oh shit, what have I done? He basically fucked up both planets. And that's where it says to be. No, it does. That's the thing. It does not say to be continued. It just ends.
I gotta look that up to see if it. No, Eli. They have more books coming.
Okay, yeah.
When I looked it up, because I think they still got like 13 and 14 for pre-order. Like they got the cover.
Okay. Because
now past that, I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Read free sample, not on profile. More from yeah. So that's it. That's where it ends. The Cybertron basically crashes into the Earth's ocean. So yeah, what the fuck? So like I said, this is a 4.5 out of 5. This was just action packed. Even though Daniel Warren Johnson wasn't drawing it, because I love his artwork, it was still really cool. Still full of that.
Like his artwork. So
it looks like his artwork. Yeah. Still full of that cool action sequences and shit. And just a solid ending. Like, holy shit. Like, I still love his writing. So yeah, this is a 4.5 out of 5. They still have not lost me. This is the 12 issues now. So, if they continue on, I'm still reading it. So
nice. Okay. All right. So next book I'm going to do is, like I said, I did get the book I wanted to do. Wolverine was my highlight. So the next one I'm going to do is Avengers Assemble #1.
Oh, now, I read this too.
You read this? Really?
I did. It was kind of a light week, so I just decided to check it out.
Because I thought about it. Honestly, if I know you would have read this, I would have read something else. I would have read like Green Lantern, some bullshit. But yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Let me see what we got. How do you guys feel about that?
The AI comic thing?
I completely hate it. Well, they're trying to make it a thing. They're trying to make it where we're not even really just comics or just like AI art in general. I hate it. We don't like it. But here's the thing, Eli. One thing we didn't talk about: DC got caught using some of the AI shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was like one of the Batman books that we reviewed. It was like one of the books in the Chip Zdarsky run. It was like a future story, something like that, and it was using art. And somebody spotted it. Were like, they're using AI art. They got in trouble. I don't know if they got in trouble for it, but it wasn't like a big thing about it. And I even said it. I was like, this art looks weird. Like, something don't look right about it. And yeah, it was AI art they was using at the time. So
yeah. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Like, even as a writer, like, and it's hard to find an artist, like if you're writing books,
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to find an artist to draw your books. So I'm sure there's that temptation. Well, fuck it. I can't find an artist or pay an artist. So I'm just going to use an AI tool to make my comic. And
Right.
I'm sure that there's that temptation out there.
I don't think it's going to work. I think as much as they try to push it on us, I don't think it's going to work because I think our brain can tell the difference.
Oh yeah.
Like there's something about it that just doesn't look lifeless. I mean, it doesn't look lifelike. Like things like we were talking about, like Lion King, like the '90s version, and the Lion King, like the new CGI version, and everything. It's realistic. It looks super realistic, but it's all lifeless, all soulless.
Yeah,
and that's that AI shit. Yeah,
you can see the artificialness.
Right. You can see. I mean, some people can tell, some people can't. Like some people are really getting fooled. Like when chicks online change their profile pic to a sexy AI pic, and they can't tell the difference. And they're complimenting him like, "Oh, you look great," and she's really like, "Well, thank you." What the fuck you saying thank you for? That's a fake ass AI picture. Anyway, I'm getting on tangent. But anyway,
I totally against it. Thanks for sharing your sentiments because God damn it, let's keep some things sacred to the country. Yeah, we agree.
I mean, like the thing. I don't think it's going to like. No matter how hard they push it, I think it's just going to phase out. I think it's a thing right now that's just going to phase out. So I don't really think it's something we really need to worry about. I don't think so. I don't think it's basically. I don't think it's going to catch on. Then please just leave rated to not support. Yeah, I don't support that. So yeah. Like I said, DC got caught doing this. So I don't think DC's going to do it again. But they definitely got caught using that shit one time. So matter of fact, we reviewed the book. I remember we reviewed that shit. So yeah. What are we talking about? Avengers Assemble.
What's that one movie that the Late Night with the Devil is that horror movie that came out earlier this year? I guess there's rumors. Yeah, there was rumors that there's some AI art in some of those scenes, like they use for like their background paintings or background artwork. Like some people spotted it and accused them of using AI art, and a bunch of people were like pissed off, and you know.
I mean, it's no different from like getting
thought about it even I don't know if they full on boycotted, but they got shit for it. It was like a backlash.
I mean, I don't think it's any different from ChatGPT writing a comic or writing a story. You can, or even writing a work for a letter. You can tell when ChatGPT writes some shit.
Yeah,
you can tell. Like I said, it don't seem like it feels like it's manufactured. So yeah. I was trying to find Jake. Jake did a comment, but I can't find it no more. They're coming in hot, Eli. Let's see.
Oh yeah, there. Let's see.
Book will buy. Yeah, like I said, because it's easy.
Oh, am I doing the horror movie thing again in October?
That's what Jake. Let me find it. I'm kind of because Jake should get buried. I'm sorry, Jake. Where is it? Can you?
I can't. I don't know how to like get them on. Remember, I'm on my phone. I can't figure out how to like. How do I get it on? How do I display it? Is it on there?
Eli, what? No, I did it.
Okay.
Right, is Eli doing a horror movie thing? Yeah, well, you know, we always do a big thing for
something. Like I haven't thought of anything. If you can think of something, I don't know. Like, you know, like I didn't even do anything for Friday. I mean, I watched like Jason Lives the other night, but I haven't really.
We didn't do a marathon.
No, man, I was working and I didn't. Yeah, I just didn't have time. And
you're disappointed, Eli. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I did watch a movie and I made a bunch of posts and shit and. You know, but I like marathon. You know, I was by myself, man. It's fun, no fun by myself.
Man,
we should have live streamed a marathon, man, on Twitch or some shit.
No, man. See, your guy get away with it, man. I can't get away with that stuff on that, man. That shut me down immediately.
Yeah,
3 strikes you
out.
But
no, I don't know. I haven't thought of anything for October yet. You know, if you know.
Well,
I'm down. I'm down to do something.
October is your month, so
yeah.
That's when I chill. That's when you just watch as many horror movies as you want to, and I just chill back. And then I'll come back in November when we talk about some fun shit. So yeah.
All right.
So what do I got here? Boom. Avengers Assemble. Okay, let's talk about this. Can't believe you read this, Eli.
Yeah, I saw Shang-Chi and I'm like, oh, I'll check it out.
I saw Shang-Chi and Monica. You saw.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you sold me on that. So for those who don't know what this is, and honestly, I don't even know what this is, but here's what I think it is. Okay, so they've already established when the Blood Hunt thing came around, when Captain America like built like a basically a backup Avengers team. Like you got the A team, you know, with T'Challa and Tony and Captain America, like that. That's the A team with all those folks like that. But then you got the other squad of the other Avengers, and Captain America just put a team of just other people. So just in case if they're busy doing shit, you got them filling in for them after that. So that's what's going on with that. So let's move on past this. See what we got. Boop. Let's see. All right. So the book starts off in Germany, and you got Red Skull's daughter, Sin, and she finds some archaeologists and just butchers them, just take them apart, and finds the mask of Arita. I'm pretty sure it's a thing, but I don't know what that is. But yeah. Kind of like Eric the Red back in like the 60 Marvel day. But anyway, she gets the mask of Arita and basically absorbs the goddess of hate. So now she has the powers of hate. That's the threat. So anyway, now the Avengers Mansion is back up because the Avengers Mansion was closed. So for those that haven't read Avengers comics before, 2013 or anything like that, that's where the Avengers operated for like 50 years out of Tony's house that he grew up in. And he gave them the house to run missions out of. So now they reopened it, and they got Jarvis. Yes, Jarvis is a dude.
A butler.
He's a dude. Yes, he's a butler. So yeah, not a robot or any shit like that. So yeah, he's there. And Captain America just kind of just giving a brief thing on what they're doing. Like, there's too much shit going on right now. The mutants been kicked out of Krakoa, so we got to figure about them. Doctor Doom and Sorcerer Supreme. We need they're vampires on play. I think Miles Morales is still a vampire. I don't think they cured him. Yeah.
They do mention vampires,
yeah, they mention vampires, so they just send all over the place. And I think Miles Morales still got those powers, so he run around doing that shit. So basically, Captain America, like, it's too much crazy shit going on. We need a backup team. We need an emergency response team. Get it? Avenge ERS. Get it? Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay. So anyway, he's got a team. He's put a team together. I invited some people, but the first three are already here, and the first three are boom, Monica Rambeau, Shang-Chi, and Wasp. He's like, okay, cool. He's like, we got some more people coming. We ain't got time to wait. We got to get out of here because a mission is going on right now. We're like, but can we make it with 4 people? He's like, well, look at the 4 people we got. We got this. So Shang-Chi, who has the 10 rings, teleports them to Germany. So that's a thing he can do now. And Jarvis is like, well, shit, I got to clean this shit up. Oh, well, let me get rid of everybody else coming. So they got some more Avengers coming. But until then, we go to Germany. They get there. It's a riot breaking out all over the place in the middle of it. And people are just tearing each other apart. Why? Because Sin is using her newfound hate powers to cause hate. And everybody around it is just tearing each other apart and just causing riots, shit like that. Meanwhile, that's going on. We get the Serpent Society. They're stealing shit because since they're worried about this big threat over here, they're not watching them over there. We'll go back to him later on. This is Serpent Society. We got to really concentrate on him. So anyway, and she blasted them. She was like, I'm ready for Captain America and your Avengers. So she blasted them with this blast. And the Avengers looking at them like, what the fuck she hit us with? And Wasp is like, you know what she hit us with. And what did she get off saying? Your Avengers. We're not your Avengers. I was leader of this team too. And when I was leader, I didn't run around in Nazi gods and shit like that. That's just when you're the team leader. So now I'm taking over because your shit is crazy. Then Monica jumps in. You're taking over. I was in the Ultimates. Yeah, we made the Avengers look like shit. So everybody's just arguing back and forth because what she did, she hit them with her hate powers. So now they hate each other. So that's why they're arguing shit like that. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi, because he mastered, the 6 chakras. Is it 6? 10? I don't know. I mean, he mastered all this shit. So he knows every inch of his body and shit. So he was like, since I know my shit and I know the medulla, the part that affects the hate brain, he does some bam, 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 hits them like super fast and shit like that to deactivate the hate in their brain to make them normal again, and then it's like, well, thanks, Shang-Chi. He's like, well, to thank me, can I say it?
I don't know what's funnier, him punching Cap or him punching Monica.
Right, because she's supposed to be like intangible or some shit. Like, you can't touch her, but whatever. He touched her. So he's like, can I say it? He's like, yeah, say it, Shang-Chi. So Shang-Chi finally got to say it. Avengers Assemble. Now come get this ass whooping. They got the cool panel right here and everybody. And that's when Sin's like, okay, so if y'all want to get my hate powers in your head, inside your head, I'm going to give it to you up front. So she just start whooping that up. And then we cut back to the Avengers. So Hawkeye was late on purpose. Because he's like, if he's late, he ain't got to go on a mission with Cap. And if he ain't got to go on a mission with Cap and he's there by himself, that means he's in charge now. Because I guess the ranking system or some shit, whatever. So he's in charge. So, and then you got other Avengers coming in. So basically, he's on monitor duty. Meanwhile, you go back to the Avengers back in Germany. Hate is just, Sin is just attacking them, going at his shit like that. Wasp is buzzing around her and shit. They're attacking her. And then, That's the fuck part, man. They got this shit going back and forth with them playing poker and shit, and then She-Hulk shows up, and the Power Pack chick shows up. Like, the fuck? This ain't the 80s, but whatever. Okay, so she's in college now, so Cap recruited one of the Power Pack kids. So yeah. I think it was like Franklin Richards ex-girl or something like that. And Shang-Chi fucking her up with the 10 rings and shit. And they kind of wearing it down, but it ain't enough to knock her down. He's like, you want to stay down? You want me to help you stay down? And that's when she does some shit. And basically the rioters come after them. So now they're all attacking them. So basically it's going to be Cap and Monica just goes after her. But see, Monica, since powers like magic or some shit like that, her phasing powers don't work on her. So she gets caught. But that's okay because Wasp has a plan. Wasp, skip all this bullshit. Oh, Wonder Man shows up. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Okay. So Wasp shows up and flies into her nose and then start blasting the nose and shit like that, blasting the brain and shit like that to basically get away from that. So Monica super speeds over there and she was like, Cap, we got to team up and figure this shit like that. Let me get your shield. She's like, fine. So she takes the shield, she flies out there and she snorts her sneezes her out of her. Like,
was it called the red net? What do you call the snot rag or whatever?
Yes, not rag, some shit like that. She basically sneezes her out of, snorts her out of something like that. So meanwhile, Monica has Captain America's shield and she flies around the earth. She'll be back in a second. Meanwhile, you got Shang-Chi and Cap going at Sam one-on-one, and Sam just beats the shit out of them because they, whatever. Meanwhile, you got this cool ass panel with Monica going at light speed with Captain America's shield. And she was like, saying, you didn't recognize I didn't have my shield, did you? And that's when, bam, she does that shit like Flash did in the Justice League cartoon, flew all around the world and smacks her with Cap's shield at super speed, at light speed, takes her out. And she's like fading away and shit like that, like, I'll be back. And then Monica, like this cool ass death quote right here. She like, so wherever you go, tell your pathetic God when you see them, who sent you there? I'm like, man, that's a cold ass line there. And Shang-Chi was like, remind me not to take your yogurt out the fridge, shit. So anyway, they done. Avengers, the other Avengers, the shitty Avengers, they're playing poker and shit like that. And then that's when another Avenger shows up. Night Thrasher. Why, man? Why? But anyway, Night Thrasher shows up and he gives them, we're gonna have matching jackets and shit like that at the end. So yeah. What else happened? Oh yeah, the Serpent Society. Oh, the Serpent Society. Yeah, the thing they were stealing. Okay, so the thing they were stealing was something, but anyway, they're trying to make the ingredients for this thing called the Serpent Tears. Even though in the 80s they had this thing called the Serpent Crown, which kind of granted them godlike powers like that, but they're like, this ain't the Serpent Crown because Seth powered that. But now we're going to find another serpent god, the one that terrorized the Garden of Eden, because he was the one that shed the tears in the first place. The tears of Mephisto. Again. To be continued. This motherfucker always pop up everywhere. Hey,
he's been like I said, Marvel has been on this like hell shit for like a while.
It's always Mephisto. Mephisto is behind everything. So yeah. So that's, but here's the thing, Eli. I like this book. I really like the book. I kind of like the back and forth shit, but it's not good for like narrating. But I liked it because this is an old school 80s Avengers book. Now, like I said, I read a good majority of Avengers book. You got to break the Avengers books down in like eras. So you got the BB era before Bendis, and then the AB era after Bendis. So everything before Bendis, that's what this felt like. And then you got the AB era Bendis, and then you got the MCU where all the Avengers books now are just hyping up characters and stories that they plan to do in the next 5 to 10 years. That's what the main book with like T'Challa and Captain Marvel and Thor and all this like that. Those are the Avengers they're trying to push. These are they're not pushing Hercules. They're not pushing Power Pack. They're not pushing Lightning Lad or whatever the fuck that dude's name was. These are Wonder Man. I guess they are pushing Wonder Man, but they're not pushing Wonder Man. But anyway,
I heard they're not doing that no more.
No. It's done. They're still doing it.
Oh, I thought they scrapped the Wonder Man thing.
No, I heard it's wrapped. I heard like it's they've done filming.
Oh,
so it's like in post production right now. So no, it's happening.
With Yaya?
With Yaya, yeah, it's happening. Why is it happening? I don't know why, but it's happening. So yeah. But like I said, when that shit dropped, they don't. She-Hulk, she had a run. But so stick her here. It doesn't really matter. So they're doing all that. Night Thrasher, they ain't gonna do shit with Night Thrasher. So yeah. So you got these folks here. That's what they're doing right now. But it feels like the 80s run. Monica's back, Shang-Chi. Because the crazy thing about Shang-Chi, like when he was in the Avengers before, when Hickman had him, he was just a karate dude. That's all he was. Whooping ass. That's all he was. But now he a karate dude with superpowers. Oh, so there he goes. Yeah. So.
Oh, did you hear the director is going to be directing the new Spider-Man? That's what I heard.
Yeah. Let's talk about that because I didn't want to talk about that. Hey, do you do you like? Oh yeah. That was awesome. Yeah, House of M. That was awesome. Love that. What do we got here? Like all of Bendis didn't miss in the 2000s. Now, after he got the 2000s, that's when he got wonky. Eli, since you're DC, Eli, since you're a DC guy.
I'm really not. No.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I'm a DC guy. Did you like Justice? I don't. Incarnate. Would that say Incarnate? I don't think I read that. Incarnate. Sorry.
I don't think I read that. I know what he's talking about, but I think I skipped it. No,
Leroy's the DC guy. Yeah. Leroy's basically both Marvel and DC.
Yeah. But let's talk about that. Here's the thing about that. The dude that did Shang-Chi is doing Spider-Man 4. Eli, I hate it. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I'm gonna take why. No, he's gonna do awesome.
Okay.
No, he's gonna do awesome. But my thing is this: why are we doing a fourth Spider-Man? How many Spider-Man movies have we made? What else do you need to say about Spider-Man?
Well, he's got to fix. He's got to like get Mary Jane to remember who he is or something.
I don't care. fuck all of them. Man. Meanwhile, you not giving us Shang-Chi 2.
Yeah.
You could give us Shang-Chi 2, but you don't want to give us that. You want to give us Spider-Man 4. And I know why they're doing it, Eli. I know why they're doing it. Because Marvel wants to play it safe now. That's why Rob Downey Jr. is back as Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
That's why you're going to take this dude who is an awesome director, but they know Spider-Man is a moneymaker. As much as we love Shang-Chi, the movie flopped.
Yeah.
It flopped, man. Yeah. So that's like, and China basically said, if you put that dude in another one of our movies, we banning all your movies. So they can't even make us another Shang-Chi movie if they wanted to. So, all about China. Yeah. Because they hate that dude. That's the say. Let's see. It's cool, Bono. It's cool. So that's why I hated Eli, because I wanted them to put the energy in Shang-Chi too. I don't want another Spider-Man. I'm over Tom Holland's Spider-Man. It was cool when it's done. Yeah, 3, man. We don't need a 4.
Well, meanwhile, I heard like the new Into the Spider-Verse movie is getting delayed till we don't even know when.
I'm glad you said. Remember that shit I just sent you, the ex-tech Christopher Miller?
Oh,
that's the shit I sent you. He's saying this shit is not canceled. We're working on it just fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's all bullshit. It's all rumors. Don't listen to this shit. The movie is fine.
See, why on the internet?
Because the internet will just lead you astray. So what do we got here? Yeah, you go. So
I'm not like deep into DC. I read a handful of DC books. I'm into Batman.
You know your DC lore, like
but I probably know more than your average guy. But
you don't want to challenge DC Eli and his DC lore. Let's put it like that. So
but I'm saying Leroy gets mad deep. He knows everything. Like, I'll be real. I don't know who the fuck this is, but Leroy. Oh yeah, that's so and so from issue and so and so, and like he pulls all kinds of like encyclopedia shit. He's like the Wikipedia.
Who would they do? Space Cabbie number 3. Let's review this.
Yeah. For those who don't know. Yeah,
right. Like nobody knows, but Batman is there. You go.
Thank you, Jake.
Oh, God damn it, Jake. Okay, he do it. Jake do this shit on purpose, man. He do this shit on purpose. All right, but we're gonna talk about Batman. We're gonna keep going.
And that's another thing. I have not read Batman in a while. I never got.
Eli, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I think Chip Zdarsky has killed Batman.
I didn't want to be that mean, but I fell off of Chip Zdarsky's run. I feel like
everybody has. I think the reason, and that's why everybody's getting hyped over Transformer kicking the shit out of DC, which I'm glad Transformers doing that. But I think that says more about Chip Zdarsky than it says about Transformers.
But then I'm not even reading Detective because like Ram V is writing Detective, and I'm not even reading Detective.
Oh yeah, that's
like
right.
I'm not reading any. I was reading Superman books.
That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah. Superman shit.
Oh man, the best superhero, Jake. Get that shit right. All right. I'm sorry. You got one more book. You got one more book.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2.
Okay. Jason
And
Aaron?
Jason Aaron. Yes, I'm back on TMNT because Jason Aaron has now started writing this book. This is all about Michelangelo. The first issue was all about Raphael. For some reason, we don't know. It's a mystery. Raphael was in prison. And he was put there to find out some dirt, some corruption shit's going on. And he ends up escaping the prison, gets attacked by the Foot Clan when he's escaping the prison. And then it turns out like the district attorney is being framed by another mayor who's in league with the Foot Clan. So the Foot Clan is basically trying to take over New York, and they're using politicians to do it. And Raphael was basically investigating, but for some reason we don't know why the Turtles aren't together. Obviously they're broken up for some reason. We don't know why. So that was Raphael's issue. This is Michelangelo's issue. And so right now Michelangelo is like a movie star. He's doing some TV show where he's like a superhero fighting ninjas and shit, and he's like an actor, and he's living large, going to like expensive restaurants and what have you, you know. But he still misses his brothers. He's got to eat all this like, you know, these fancy restaurants, but he still misses pizza. He still misses hanging out with his brothers, eating pizza and shit, you know. And one night in his lavish apartment, which reminds me of the beginning of Watchmen, he gets attacked by a bunch of ninjas, and they're you know, kicking his ass and shit. He's like, damn, I'm rusty. I haven't fought real ninjas in a while. I've been fighting all these movie stuntmen and shit, you know, and I'm rusty. And he starts like imagining. So while he's fighting these ninjas, he starts imagining, you know, what his brothers would say. Like, damn it, Mikey, you're sloppy. You haven't been training. You're always joking around, blah, 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 you know. But then he finds these like diamond plated nunchucks and just starts whipping their asses and shit, you know, starts beating their ass, you know. And he's like, what the hell? Why are the Foot Clan coming? You know, and all of a sudden he's like, why are you here? And then all of a sudden, Mikey, and then it turns around and Raphael's there. Or is it? No, it's Leonardo. Right?
Okay.
No, wait. I thought he said
You
Raph.
said Raphael was in jail. Yeah.
Raph? I come as No, it was Raphael. Raphael is there. Raphael found Mikey. And it's like, what are you doing here? It's like, you know, and Mikey then attacks Raphael. He's like, what are you doing here? I thought I told you I never want to see you again or whatever. And then they just start fighting. And then it cuts to the Foot Clan, and they're jumping on their chopper. And they're like, okay, 2 of the brothers are in there. They can't leave alive. And then it just cuts back to Raphael and Mikey fighting. For some reason. So obviously something happened to where all the Ninja Turtles broke up and aren't speaking to each other. And to the point where Michelangelo, the jokey one, doesn't even want to see Raphael. Like, he attacks Raphael. Like, what the fuck are you doing here? So that's where it ends. So we don't know what exactly happened, why they're not on speaking terms, and you know. So yeah. But you know, Jason Aaron having fun writing Ninja Turtles. You know, he's good at writing like that inner you know, because he's always good at writing the brooding, violent characters. But he doesn't do that with Michelangelo. You know, right. He just goes and he writes Michelangelo as more as like he's less confident in himself. You know. Whereas like Raphael is like all mean and brooding, like he's Wolverine. He's basically the Ninja Turtle Wolverine.
Is what he is. So.
That's what he is. But Michelangelo, he's more like, oh man, I'm fucking up. I'm not as good as I say. I haven't been training. The guys are going to be giving me so much shit. Blah blah. You know. So it's cool. Like, you know, Michelangelo has some doubt, some self-doubt while he's fighting. You know. So I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, this is fun. You know, Jason Aaron writing Ninja Turtles. You know. Cool. So next is going to be Leonardo. We're going to have Leonardo's book. But I don't know if you remember back in the Mirage days, Kevin Eastman and Laird's original run, there was like a mini series where each Ninja Turtle had their own book.
Yeah, what wasn't that where Casey Jones was introduced? Like in Raphael's book, that's where he got Casey Jones.
Yes, it was, but I believe it was Leonardo. He was introduced. Leonardo first encountered him. That's why when the 1990s movie came out, Izzy and Fat T, my little brother, nephew, they were really like, they would read my comics. Mm-hmm. And when that movie happened, they were like, and Raphael ran into the Casey Jones in the movie. They're like, that's not what happened in the comics.
Right. And I know it like when Leonardo got jumped by the Foot Clan.
And it was Raphael.
It was Raphael that got jumped by the Foot Clan. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's what but that's what it reminds me of. Like, this seems like every turtle has their own book, like the old miniseries, the old Mirage miniseries. So yeah, this is cool. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. This was a lot of fun.
Nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So
yeah.
Shoot. Anything else you got or?
No, I'm booked out. I read those other two, so that's it.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. If you listen this long, definitely like, share, subscribe. Eli, we did some crazy numbers, man. It's guess how much we did? Guess how 1,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. We did 1,000 already, so we're like at 1,000 something right now. So
well, damn, man, we should be getting paid or some shit.
We should be. We're doing numbers like that. YouTube treating us like motherfucking Danny Case or some shit.
Yeah, man. I'll try. I'll stop saying swear words or something. I will if I will get paid.
What do we have to do, YouTube?
You tell that bully to suck my penis.
Right. We got to clean it up for YouTube. One more thing. I got it, but this has got nothing to do with comics. I just want to put this up because it's a milestone. I get. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Personal thing. I just want to brag about for me. Let's see. What do we got here? Turn up, you guys. Shout out to you, Bonus.
Yeah, man. Thanks for listening, man.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Shout out, because you gave us some good topics. Just gave us stuff we can get off our top of head. Yeah, something I just want to brag about me personally. Eli, something on I want to say, right here. You probably can't see it, but there's no way you can see that. I had a song that did like 4,000 plays on Spotify.
No shit.
I can't show it right now. It won't let me show it, but yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but whatever like that. I was looking at it, I was like, 4,000?
Is this your JJ Spade or whatever?
Yeah, the JJ Spade stuff. So I put the song in there. I did it this year. It was a song I did this year. Forgot I did the song. Went on Spotify, looked at the numbers. I'm still like, let me see if I can blow it up. I can't blow it up anyway. You probably can see it there. The third one right here, if you can see it. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
send me the link, man. I'll check it out, man.
I play it at the end of the show sometime because like the one thing I can play that we won't get copyrighted on. So yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see what else we got here.
Thank you so much, Jake. You make it the best. It's because of you.
We already knighted you, Jake. So yeah, you already honorary. You and the AI, Jet GPD, Meta, whatever. So yeah.
Was it third co-host? Whenever, man.
Yeah.
You already are, man.
You already are. Shoot, you keep us on the toes. You are a fact checker. So yeah. All right. Boom. That's all I want to do. I just want to just say that on there. All right. So like I said, next week we're gonna come up with something else. I don't know what we're gonna have. We're gonna find some stuff to do. If check me out on Twitch, I will be Twitch streaming Street Fighter for the rest of this week. Every day. Around 8-ish or something like that. I will drop the link.
I'll be at work, but I'll try.
Watch me at work, man. This shit. Do like Jake. Jake is at work right now, I think. So yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna do that this whole week, and then I might get that Wukong game.
Oh, yeah. Is that on? Is that only on PlayStation?
It's on PC also.
But can I get it on Xbox? Because I haven't seen it on Xbox. Unless
nope.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Blame Sony.
Okay. Yeah, Sony, them and fucking up Knull,
right. Sony. Oh, let's see. Shut up. All right. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. I think we got enough time. Check us out next week. We're gonna have some shit for you. Until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
We'll talk to you guys this week. Same bullet time, same bullet channel. Until then, Die 1,000 deaths.